Hey everybody, good morning. Thank you for joining us on this Facebook Live. I'm Say Kwan. Oh gosh, I'm out of breath. Okay, don't forget, you can always watch this, listen to this on your own time by visiting our InForum YouTube channel. You can find us on your favorite podcast platform, and you can find us on inforum.com/podcast and find us under the InForum Minute as well. Okay, another day, another change of scenery, I guess. I've been really taking you guys along with me as I try to find different places that I haven't maybe shown you guys yet. So today we decided that we're going to be in our conference room today. This is, where we typically have meetings if we need to call the whole news team together. Maybe that includes, people in the weather department and the sports department. This is kind of where we get together. I'll kind of show you guys around. This is just for fun. I just thought it'd be nice to switch it up a little bit, but this is our beautiful conference room. I love the exposed brick in here, and a lot of beautiful paintings and pictures as well that really showcase North Dakota. So just thought I'd, start off on a fun little note before we get to some of the headlines for today, starting with some breaking news that we just got into our newsroom as we were on the air on First News this morning. We don't know much, I'll be quite honest with you, but we did hear and we were able to confirm with Moorhead Police that officers were called out to a dead body that was found on the south side of Moorhead. So right now, that's really all we know, and we were able to confirm that information. So again, this is coming from the police department there. But the name of that body will not be released until family members are, of course, notified. So I'm going to be filling in on the 11 o'clock newscast this morning, so I'll make some calls right before then and see if family members were notified and see if we can get that name. Okay, also today, Moorhead will be one of 5 sites in Minnesota to offer the COVID booster for children between the ages of 5 and 12. So you can bring your kids out to the old Thomas Edison Elementary School, you guys know where that is, to get that shot. This booster does offer the protection against the Omicron variant. So that's just something that I wanted to let parents know about if your kid is still not vaccinated against COVID. Also right now, this is a story that we were following from yesterday, but we know that Fargo Police are still looking for the man who got away after a high-speed chase. Officers initially responded to a report of gunshots in a neighborhood just northeast of the 32nd Avenue exit right on I-29 at around 12:30 yesterday morning. They tried to pull over this man. His name is 32-year-old Scott Roberts, but he took off, so that's when the SUV was eventually stopped. 2 guns were found inside the car. 2 other people were arrested in that case as well, as we told you yesterday. 32-year-old Tana Shaw and 21-year-old Rose Brown are now both charged with misdemeanors for possession of drug paraphernalia. So, of course, Fargo Police are still trying to find that one guy who got away, which is 32-year-old Scott Roberts. A reserve deputy has now stepped forward saying that he is responsible for an anonymous email that really shook up the race for Cass County Sheriff. This is also something that we've been very closely following, but on October 3rd, many news outlets, including us here at WDAY, were told of an internal investigation into a lieutenant who used a department-issued phone to send a nude photo. Well, now, Reserve Deputy Ben Longlet is telling the forum he became the subject of that internal investigation after leaking the photo. Longlet is saying Sheriff Jesse Johnner did place him on administrative leave at the end of last week, and Johnner's office is still investigating whether Longlet violated the Sheriff's Department's policies. Also right now, the Committee on Foreign Investment in the U.S. is going to be starting its review of the Fufeng plant in Grand Forks this week. So the committee is going to be the ones to determine whether this plant or construction on the plant should even move forward. A city administrator says that this officially starts the clock for that 45-day review period. And of course, the committee could request another 45 days if they feel that it's needed to continue their review. So construction, as we know, on that plant has been paused since September due to concerns that this plant could be a threat to national security. Also, businesses in Detroit Lakes, listen up. You can expect to pay more for your garbage. So Becker County has actually been sending about 10,000 tons of garbage every year to the Fargo landfill, and that costs around $80 per ton in just tipping fees. Now, Fargo landfill is now planning to raise that fee so that it matches with the other higher rates in the area, like Grand Forks, for example, which charges about $130. So to pay that increased cost, we know the Becker County Board did agree to increase the environmental assessment on households from $50 to $60 a year. So that'll raise an extra $190,000 a year from people living there. Business assessments will also be going up. Okay. So today, if you watched First News entirely, you might have caught my story that I did on Carrie Gortmaker. She is a breast cancer survivor, and her story was so interesting to me in the fact that she had an energy like no other. She laughed through it all. She made jokes through it all. And another part that I thought was interesting was her husband found that lump, and they call it Save a Life, Grope Your Wife, which is neat because this is kind of what they credit, for her now. She's still alive. She's well now, in remission. So it's a really great story. But you can still catch that, by the way, in our 11 o'clock show, and I'm sure later in our evening newscast. But with that, I wanted to let you guys know that it's a really important day. It's National Mammography Day. So again, early detection of breast cancer could be the difference between life and death. And so this day kind of serves as a reminder, like Carrie's oncologist kind of said, to schedule a mammogram and make sure you're encouraging others to do the same. CDC's guidance does say that women ages 50 to 75 who are at an average risk for breast cancer should get a mammogram every other year. Women between 40 and 49 should be consulting with their healthcare provider or doctor on how often to get one and when they should get started. So, yeah. Also, right now, we know a new strike date is again looming after U.S. railroad companies rejected a new proposal from a union of maintenance workers. So those union employees say that it'll strike as soon as November 19th without a new labor deal. Union did propose 7 paid sick days per year as part of a new contract. Railroad companies rejected that proposal, saying rail unions have agreed in previous contracts to trade unpaid short-term sick days for higher wages on days worked. Now, if the union does decide to go on strike, it could cause the nation's major freight railroads to grind to a halt. Negotiations are expected to pick back up in the next 2 weeks here. Also, wanted to let you know about something bizarre happening in Ohio this morning. We know that a shooting at a Cleveland barber shop left 5 people hurt. So police there are telling us that a suspect walked into the barber shop and then just started opening fire. 4 men and 1 woman were shot. One of the men is in critical condition this morning, as we learned. Suspect did take off, but investigators are also looking into the possibility that someone inside the barbershop also returned fire. So we'll keep a close eye on that one for you and let you know if anyone gets arrested. All right, Hot Mic with Dom Izzo, 9 to 11, WDAY Extra, InForum.com. You guys already know. Today is Game of the Week. It's our final game of the week. So make sure you go join Dom. I'm sure he'll touch a little bit more on that. And keep in mind with that, I just want to serve a little reminder too. We will not be airing any Bison games this week. Keep in mind the Bison have a bye week, which means there's going to be resting up for the weekend. So no games when it comes to NDSU football. So again, Hot Mic with Dom Izzo, 9 to 11, WDAY Extra, InForum.com. And don't forget, for 99 cents a month for your first 3 months, you can get an all-access pass to InForum.com by going on InForum.com/subscribe. I seriously want to go back at all of the Facebook Lives and clip every single time I said the word InForum. I feel like I've said that so much, but of course, it makes sense. So, okay, that's what's going on. Of course, we have our 11 o'clock newscasts in 2 hours, 3 hours, maybe less than. And I will be filling in again for Becky Parker this morning. So make sure you come join me and Dylan vote. Let's see. I feel like I have more to talk about. Scott Engen. Okay, let's talk about Scott. Scott is our newest addition to the First News team. Scott, if you caught the show this morning, you guys know Scott is just a character. He has so much energy, so much personality, and he just fits in so great with our team. I'm so excited for you guys to get to know Scott better. He's actually been here since Monday, but his first day on air was today. So if you see someone that you don't necessarily recognize right away on Monday, it's Scott Engen. He's our new First News anchor. So he's going to be anchoring alongside me and Lisa, and of course Lydia, obviously doing weather. But yeah, it's going to be fun. Make sure you come join us on Monday morning, though. We have a really fun game kind of planned with Scott, so that should be really fun. Also, again, let's go back to today. You have our evening newscast as well after our 11 o'clock. So you got our 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. And then we'll be back here on Monday morning for that fun game with Scott. So I hope you can join us from 5 to 7 then. Also keep in mind, weekend shows. I will be filling in on First News Saturday tomorrow and First News Sunday as well. So that one's from 7 to 8:30 and then 7 to 8. So hope you can join me. I'm here kind of at WDAY for the entire week. So please join me because We'll make it fun. All right, everybody, have a great day, and we'll see you guys on Monday morning from 5 to 7. Bye.